Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Two news story. First of all, we'll have a live chat after around an hour. Internet so far working fine here, though it could be blocked after around 2 hours in Pakistan. Hopefully, we'll be able to have Saturday's live chat after around 60 minutes. Looking forward to seeing you with your comments and questions after around 60 minutes. Two news stories. First one is from Tigray. We know that a federal government delegation led by Ethiopian foreign minister arrived in Mekelle today. An official ceremony was held to launch DDR, which kicked off yesterday. An interesting clip is in circulation showing some Tigray politicians refusing to stand in the honor of the Ethiopian national anthem. Secondly, viewers, Kismayo, Jubaland, tensions there after around 48 hours, after around less than 48 hours, election will be held to elect the new regional president. Ahmadobe wants the fourth term. His challenger, opposition candidate, came under attack in Kismayo today. This is how election is being held in Kismayo, Jubaland. Federal government is opposing this election, by the way. Madobe is going to be elected, but what happened? Who is this opposition candidate? What happened? Reportedly, one man killed, two injured in the attack which happened in Kismayo today. Target was opposition politician reportedly. Let's start, viewers, from Tigray. We know that an official ceremony was held today to launch DDR. Disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration of Tigray fighters. In the next few months, 75,000 Tigray fighters will be disarmed, demobilized, and reintegrated into society. Tigray fighters, around 300, are laying down arms on daily basis and entering three camps in Mekelle, Edwa, and Idaga Hamas. Today, Ethiopian Foreign Minister who was Justice Minister in the past arrived in Tigray. He was accompanied by Ridwan Hussein, Gideon Timotheus, Foreign Minister, Ridwan Hussein, Head of Intelligence Agency of Ethiopia, former Defense Minister Abraham Bale, African Union officials. They arrived in Mekelle, and there an official formal ceremony was held to launch the start of DDR. At the start of this ceremony, Ethiopian national anthem was played. Two politicians from Tigray refused to stand in the honor of the Ethiopian national anthem. African military officers, not from Ethiopia, but part of this African Union mission monitoring the Pretoria deal in Ethiopia, they rose in the honor of the Ethiopian national anthem. Diplomats rose as well, but the Tigray politicians just sat in their seats. Later, martyrs were remembered who died during the 2-year-long war in Tigray. And these two politicians then stood up in the memory of the martyrs killed during Tigray. Isn't it an embarrassment for the Ethiopian government officials that Tigrayans are Ethiopians, that foreigners stood in the honor of the Ethiopian national anthem, but two Tigray politicians refused to stand up. Who are the two politicians? Dejan Misgabu is the name of the first politician. Who is he? He is a leader of Tigray Independence Party. He is the one who accused TPLF of abducting, of killing TIP leaders a few weeks ago. Tigray Independence Party, the name is indicative of the manifesto of this party. This party is a supporter of the independence of Tigray. That is why maybe he refused to rise in the honor of the Ethiopian national anthem. Joseph Berhe is the second one from Tigray who sat alongside Dechen Misgabu, did not stand as well in the honor of the Ethiopian national anthem. There are still people with extreme views against Ethiopian Federation in Tigray. Maybe that is why TPLF is more acceptable to the federal government than these parties. But these parties have extreme views. They want independence. They want split. But at least TPLF does not want immediate divorce. It does not want independence right now. That is why federal government does not engage opposition parties. Opposition parties are either B parties of TPLF. They are just being backed by TPLF, or they have extreme agendas. That is why opposition is not engaged by the federal government. Opposition parties should present themselves as a practical, acceptable alternative to TPLF. That is how they'll be taken seriously by people of Tigray, by people in Addis Ababa, by international diplomats. But if African countries' military officers are standing in the honor of Ethiopian national anthem, and Tigray politicians don't, it means that basically Ethiopians embarrassed themselves. Tigrayans, I would say, two Tigrayans embarrassed themselves. They tried to embarrass the Ethiopian government, I would say, but in front of foreign dignitaries, they should have been respectable. They should have been respectful towards Ethiopian identity. But what can we say? That's their right. But let's see what federal government does. Second was Kismayo, Jubaland, where tensions are being seen as regional election is approaching. Just less than 48 hours away is the regional election to elect the new regional president. Ahmed Madobe is the incumbent. He wants another term, fourth term. Madobe wants fourth term in office. Indirect election, no one person, one vote. Mogadishu government wants one person, one vote. Federal government. But Madobe is holding indirect election. And today, the challenger, main candidate against Madobe, came under fire. His security guards and police were involved in exchange of gunfire in Kismayo reportedly. One man was killed, two were injured in this exchange of gunfire. Who is this opposition politician? His name is Ilyas Badil Gabose. He is a federal senator. He is challenging on Madobe. Opposition has elected him as the president. Election will be held on Monday. Madobe is set to be re-elected because he is in charge of everything in Jubaland. He is head of security to tribal elders supporting him. People have no say because there is no one person, one vote. Federal government's Minister of Interior held a press briefing today. His name is Abdullahi Sheikh Ismail. He is Minister of Internal Security of Federal Government of President Hassan Sheikh. He said that today's attack on Ilyas Badil is a terrorist attack by Madobe's government. Madobe is deliberately targeting opposition politicians. This is how election is being held in Jubaland. Basically, it's a mockery of the electoral process which we see in most parts of Somalia. Hassan Sheikh government wants one person, one vote electoral system. People say Hassan Sheikh wants to extend his term through this new electoral system. I think this new electoral system is being backed by international community. But Hassan Sheikh should make it clear to the people that he does not want term extension. Election in Somalia will be held on time. Election will be one person, one vote. But this one person, one vote system is being rejected by Jubaland and Portland. Jubaland is going to elect new president. Not Jubaland, I would say. Mudobe is himself electing him. Mudobe is electing himself as the new president on Monday. The opposition candidate is going to be allowed to be elected. That's what happens on Monday. Thank you for watching.